Good morning, everybody. This is your boy D Mac. Listen up, brothers. We got to talk real quick because I got some questions to ask, man, about this situation that is taking place, and it is far out of the realm of the man code. This is a violation of the man code that I've seen before in actual life, and now I'm seeing it again play out on a podcast. Now, there's this young brother named Poetic Flacco, and he's a member of the No Jumper podcast, and he got into an altercation with another content provider named Spotum 16. And so this is all over another influencer named Bandman Kevo, who became famous talking about scamming and revealing scamming tactics and things like that. That's where he got his start and his foundation. And so these guys apparently brought Bottom 16 on the No Jumper podcast, and Adam didn't do the interview, but this guy Poetic Flacco did the interview. And you know, they brought up the subject of why did you make up all of these allegations about Bandman Kevo? And the thing that struck me, this is what I really want to talk to my brothers about right here, because this is the thing that bothered me the most about this whole thing. The whole argument was about Spotum 16 and different receipts to prove that Bandman Kevo had received some cosmetic surgery. You know, he got liposuction done, got his pecs done, and then he proceeded to, throw in the word BBL, and that's implying a Brazilian butt lift and, to kind of fill out his body. And so what's his name? Poetic Flacco got so offended by this, and he really would not let this point go. He got to the point of anger. You know, when you get to the point of anger to where you can no longer rationalize, and that absolutely is within the anger module. This is where Poetic Flacco had went. He was saying things that didn't make sense. He was pulling up imaginary receipts on his phone that even his homeboy who was there co-hosting with him was saying, hey man, no, that's not proof. No, I don't see what you're talking about. And it was very clear that Poetic Flacco was grasping at straws to try to expose Spotum 16 and make it seem like he was lying or whatever. And Spotum 16 maintained his composure. He kept his level of maturity all the way up towards the end, which he was provoked. And any man who has something said to them like that would probably react the same way. But I'll get to that. But Spotum 16, he's maintaining his composure. He's steady pulling up receipts, and he's explaining himself more clearly than Poetic Flacco. And Poetic Flacco is just stuck on this thing about a BBL and trying to force Spotum 16 to admit that he accused Bandman Kevo of having a Brazilian butt lift, and his energy got real intense on this point, and he stayed stuck on that. And I was saying to myself this whole time, man, why does he have so much energy in defending another man's body? Why is he putting so much spice into a conversation with a man that he has no, he don't have no relationship with Bandman Kevo that we know of. And so why is he so adamant and so angry right now about something that he can't even prove? Because, even though, and they played the recording of the conversation that Spotum 16 had with another person. I believe it was Adam 22 that he had the conversation with. And Adam said, so, oh, wait a minute. So are you saying that he had a BBL? And dude was like, hey, look, yeah, I got the receipts right here. I got receipts for everything that I'm saying. So I was like, okay, well, that's that man's opinion. He believes that, he wants to believe that. Why are you ready to fight this man because of his belief about another man? Why are you so invested in this situation, Poetic Flacco? And I started to think, what can motivate a man to want to defend another man's vanity? Because that's all it is. It's not like he was having a surgery for his health purposes and something that was going to give him a better quality of life health wise. And this is something that he did out of vanity because he wanted to look better and he wanted to be a, you know, the guy even on the tape even came out and was saying, hey, he's a sex symbol now. And all of this is about vanity. So why do you have so much motivation and energy to try to defend another man's vanity? I'm trying to understand where that came from within Poetic Flacco. And then I started to think, well, I'm not going to go the sexual route like he's attracted. I'm not. No, I'm not going to do that to that young man, because there's no grounds for that whatsoever. But I will say this, and this is just my speculation, y'all. Maybe Poetic Flacco was impressed by the body transformation of Bandman Kevo, and it's something that he was considering doing himself because Poetic Flacco is not he's a big guy, but he's not a big sculptured guy. He's not defined, he's just a big fat guy. And so maybe he was considering, using a little bit of paper that he's starting to generate now. Maybe he was considering using some of that to get some of this surgery done himself so that he himself would be more appealing to ladies, because maybe his dating life isn't all of that, or his social life isn't where he would like it to be as far as the level of, and quality of women that he has an option to choose from. So maybe he wanted to upgrade his body, and by Spottom 16 putting Kevo on the spot like he did, and basically picking at him, that made Flacco feel some type of way about the decision that he was kicking around in his head to have some cosmetic surgery done too. That's really the only conclusion, the only viable and credible conclusion that I can come to without taking it to another route to defame this man and try to call him outside of his lifestyle. So I'm just going to stick with that hypothesis right there. The only way that I can really see a man being motivated to now, let me stop myself real quick and go ahead and put this disclaimer out, because I know people will nitpick through a conversation like this. Now, there's one thing to defend the honor of your friend. Now, so if I'm in a room with people and somebody picking at my homie, hey, I'm going to defend my friend, but I'm not going to go to the point of, you know, I'm going to do some bodily damage to you, and, all of this different high energy, high intense energy over someone else. Now, what I will do is I will let my disapproval be known. I will let it be known that I do associate with this person, and I don't feel that you are operating as a man by speaking about him without him being present to defend himself. So do not bring up any conversation concerning my friend in a negative connotation unless you want me to call him up and bring him there to face your accusation in person. That's how I do that. You're not going to sit here and tell me about somebody and what they doing and this and that No, we need to get that person here. If you're going to make a claim against somebody, you need that person there in real time for you to make that claim in their face so I can really judge who's lying and who's telling the truth. And so there's one thing to defend the honor of a friend, but I'm not going to go above and beyond. I'm going to state my piece on the situation, and I'm going to move away from that person or those peoples because I see that they're not the type of people that I want to be associated with. Based on the loyalty that I have to my friend, I'm obligated to do that. But as far as to try to fight someone over what they're saying about somebody that is my friend or somebody that's close to me, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that decision up to them because maybe they don't want that person to be fault. Maybe they say that they're going to pray for that person. Maybe they're going to take the higher road. So why then would I put myself in physical danger and in legal danger just because I feel the need to defend the vanity of a friend? Nah, man, we're not doing that out here. And Poetic Flacco, you don't need to be displaying that type of behavior on such a large platform as you have right now. You've been given an opportunity to have a platform to grow you and to build you up. And if you misuse it, the industry is going to eat you up and spit you out, just like they do everybody else who come in making that mistake, thinking that they bigger than the machine. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Poetic Flacco, get it together. Adam 22, you need to straighten your dude because he made your podcast look really bad, man. And this is another reason why I like to be solo. I don't like to rely on anybody else's commentary for anything. And I don't want to be liable for somebody else's opinions. Anything that I'm going to be held liable for on here is going to be of my own accord and of my own doing. And I'm willing to accept that. I already made that acceptance before I started doing this. So it is what it is, man. Adam, get your crew together, man. Get your camp tightened up. It's a bad look for you. Yo, this is your boy D Mac, man. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.